Do you use social media? The majority of people watching this probably said yes and use some sort of social media on the daily. For example, many of you probably use TikTok. And if so, you've probably seen various fashion, makeup, skincare, or other trends and been influenced to buy something or wanted something that someone else had. I'm going to be discussing social psychology and its theories to help explain the popularity of social media and how marketers or social media companies may use these theories to attract more viewers. To give a brief definition, social psychology is the study of your mind and behavior with other people. Social psychology looks at your personality, interpersonal relationships, as well as group behavior. From a perspective of marketing and consumer behavior, much of human and consumer behavior is driven by the desire to fit in or stand out. Consumption is driven mostly by relatedness needs, and humans make consumption decisions based on how they will be viewed by others. Essentially, people want to stand out from their general groups, but fit into their subgroup or smaller community. I wanted to start by looking at some popular groups of people on TikTok. The first is the clean girl, which that term was coined by someone on TikTok. I'm not sure who, but it's basically a type of girl that's characterized as someone with super glowy skin, minimal makeup, as well as like slick back hair and just kind of a simple street style clothing vibe. We also have the cool girl, and this person is kind of characterized as like someone who has a very effortless, chic fashion style. We also have the fitness guru, who usually this person is characterized by someone who posts a lot about going to the gym or working out or fitness tips or tricks, as well as kind of lifestyle content. And then also one that I see a lot is the beach girl, or someone who most likely lives by the beach, and that sort of like characterizes like their style and kind of their personality. So this brings us to our first theory, which is the social comparison theory. And this theory suggests that individuals want to gain accurate assessments of themselves by comparing their own opinion, situation, and abilities to those of others, while also making note of relative differences. So now we have downward social comparison versus upward social comparison, and downward occurs when individuals contrast themselves to another individual that they think is inferior, so that that person can feel better or superior to that person. And an example of this could be seeing someone on social media and thinking, I'm better looking than that person. And then we have upward social comparison, which occurs when individuals compare themselves to others that they feel are better or more socially respected. So this can occur when we see someone on social media and think, wow, that person is so much better looking than me. And so when we see people on social media, we are always comparing ourselves to them. And we can think about our favorite accounts on TikTok, and many of us probably view them as superior to us, and maybe that's even why we follow them, because we want to be like them or they have something that we desire. So our next theory is the diffusion theory. And to give a brief definition of this, new products are expected to spread throughout a market in a manner similar to how a contagious disease spreads person to person. And different types of consumers purchase products at different times. So here we have the categories of adopters. We have the innovators, the early adopters, and the early majority, the late majority, and the laggards. And I would sort of say that the innovators are the influencers or people kind of starting trends, and the early adopters would be like the viewers and people like following trends. I think a good example of this is the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops, which were kind of first seen being used by Alex Earle, who's a very prominent TikTok influencer. And as soon as she kind of showed herself using this product, it was like everybody on TikTok was using it. Another example is the Adidas Sambas, which kind of became popular within the last couple years. When a select few people started wearing them, they just became so trendy and were selling out everywhere. And then we have these airy crossover flare leggings, which kind of became popular after this girl wore them in a video. And these are kind of what I would say is like an example of going viral or rapid diffusion, which we can also see through these comments of people just talking about how they're sold out, talking about how they need the leggings, talking about how she started the biggest trend. And then this is just kind of when I look up airy flare pants, all of these videos of girls buying them and trying them on come up. So that brings us to our third theory, which is Fred Hirsch's theory. And just to give a definition of this, he says that once a society satisfies the basic material necessities for the majority of the population, there is intensified competition for positional goods. And what are positional goods? They essentially define social status. Only a few people can possess them. They are a means by which conspicuous consumption occurs, and they're kind of a means for standing out. So essentially, these are goods that project exclusivity and distinguish their owners from others by placing them into a select or favored group. So here are just some popular ones that I could come up with from TikTok. They're just like very expensive items that would kind of project exclusivity. So that brings us to our fourth theory, which is René Girard's theory of mimetic desire. And to give a brief definition, mimetic desire basically means that all of our desires, materialistic and social, are borrowed from other people. And all material desire is just really an aspiration to be another person. So I have a personal anecdote for this one, and it's basically this one influencer that I like, and I saw this TikTok of her wearing this cute bikini, and I thought to myself, do I want this bikini she's wearing? Yes, it's really cute, but I think for the most part, more than I want the bikini, I really just want to look like her. And desire and liking are always imitative, and desire for everything is always because another person also desires it. So here are just more examples of items that I have seen people on TikTok using or saying that they want, and that makes me want it too. And I've at least for the low-rise jeans and the Mario Badescu Rosewater spray, I have also fallen for these trends myself, even though I myself not really want the product that badly. I see other people using it and wanting it, and so that makes me want it as well. So how can social psychology be used in marketing? The kind of main idea for this is that if you buy this, you'll become a member of this desirable subgroup. So this is an example of like a TikTok video that I actually saved, which is titled A Cool Girl's Guide to Phone Cases. And it's basically a bunch of different phone case brands. And obviously when I saw this, just subconsciously, I was like, oh, I want to be in that group of being a cool girl. So like I should buy one of these phone cases. I also think another way that companies can use psychology and marketing is kind of through the sponsorship standpoint, and companies can send different influencers, PR packages or items, and if they, talk about it or promote it on their page, viewers are going to see that and be like, oh, I want to be, this girl's a clean girl and I want to be like her and she's using this product, so I'm going to buy that product. Or this is a beach girl and she just got these swimsuits and she loves these swimsuits, so I'm going to also buy from this brand. Thanks for watching.